Sarah watched lifelessly as the liquid plastic injected into the mold. The iron cast crashed down on the plastic wrong. The 33rd disfigured snow shovel scoop fell into Sarah's basket. It was too much for the basket, and they all fell to the concrete floor with a tattering tinkling. In her mind, Sarah saw little Billy again, lying on the freezing pavement. His insides turned inside out by the skidding car that had pinned him to the curb. She was trying to place the distended organs back into their rightful place. She still felt it in her hand. The warmth, the moistness, the life. Now, just dry cold. A plump woman with wide-rimmed glasses stopped her press and came up behind Sarah.
You came back too soon, Sarah.
The mortgage company doesn't think so.
Michelle motioned to the supervisor, who sat in the corner of the floor with an unlit cigarette dangling in his mouth. Then she led Sarah into the break room. The break room smelled of burnt popcorn and bologna.
It's only been 3 months.
I'm aware.
Michelle adjusted her glasses and sighed.
I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but Jen saw George kissing some woman outside the racetrack in Painesville on Tuesday night. She was sure.
Sarah twiddled her thumbs together on the table. She looked over to the sparsely populated vending machine and saw the last Snicker bar.
I can't give him anything anymore. He probably needs something. God knows what he ever needed, but he needs something.
He's a jerk, Sarah. He always has been a jerk. He's telling you he's working an extra shift, and he's lying.
A spritz of spittle flew from Michelle's mouth. Sarah rose from her chair and dug in her front pocket for enough change to get the candy bar. She tried to put the change in the machine, but missed. Each one. One by one. The coins dropped to the dirty floor and scattered.
I'm going home.
The newly washed bedding was comfortable on Sarah's weary body. She stared at her cell phone and laid her head on the pillow. George's supervisor had just told her that not only had George not been taking extra shifts, but that George had quit his job 2 weeks ago. The red end call icon on the smartphone blinked. Sarah pressed it 2 more times before baby Maggie's little fingers took hold of the phone and pushed it down between her legs. Sarah smiled. Maggie smiled.
Hi, sweetie.
Maggie garbled out a few syllables. Her blue eyes fluttered in amazement. The creaking and lumbering sound of the garage door opening stopped mother and daughter's playtime. Sarah picked up her phone and navigated to the 322 videos of Billy. She started the video that showed Billy trying desperately to hit a plastic ball off a tee, while Sarah and George were laughing uncontrollably in the background. George walked into the bedroom. He took his cap off and set it on the dresser. He took off his clean work gloves and placed them in the back pocket of his jeans. He kissed Maggie on her thin, velvet hair. He lay down on the bed next to Sarah. In the video, Billy finally hit the ball and tried to run. He tripped on his untied shoelaces and fell. A tear fell from the corner of George's glasses.
That's little Billy, always falling down.
Little Billy only existed before the accident. He existed only in Sarah's phone. Sarah and George stared at the screen. Maggie cooed and sneezed in front of them.
I got some more formula for Maggie. I'll feed her in a minute so you can take a nap.
Thank you.
Sarah replayed the video as Maggie curled into her lap. George dried his eye. Billy smiled on the screen. And in the screen's reflection, Sarah smiled. Over and over again. With her thumb permanently placed on replay.